Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we are going to be doing a package opening, parcel opening that's already been kind of opened. Apologies about this. Basically the address was a sticker label, which you would expect. However, they've set the person I bought this from has sent us in basically a plastic polyethylene bag, which so unfortunately I had to take this off, basically rip the packaging, and obviously I had to take the address label off, so apologies about that. It's just kind of already been opened, but I've wrapped it up, try to do this as best I can. But this is basically going to be a package opening / review of the thing that's actually inside it. So let's get on with it. And you can already kind of see what it is. It is Frank. Did I just say Frank? It's Frank the Combine Harvester. Yeah, I am pretty stoked to finally have this after all these years. So when was this guy made? With whatever the fuck that is on his wheels. For a start, the fuck is that? Oh my god! Ugh. The hell is that? Is that shit? Hopefully not. It's like some oh my god! It's underneath his blades as well. Oh god, this is absolutely nasty. Okay, this guy's gonna need a fucking wash after I do this video. Christ, the fuck is that? Apologies about that. I wasn't expecting that at all. What the fuck? Anyway, I was checking his date stamp. So 09585. So the wait, hold on. Try to read that right. The 98th day of 2015, if that's correct. Obviously, this guy doesn't really tend to get released. Hold on. Sorry, I'm realizing things are going on. This guy doesn't tend to get released a lot, obviously, and yep, flat eyes. I know what version this is. Then this will be from the Radiator Springs line in 2015. Then I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty stoked to finally have this after all these years. As you all know, Frank doesn't really tend to get released a lot, and because of that, he is quite rare. There's a lot of people who go mental for this guy, and some of the prices I've seen, people pay for this is absolutely insane. It's because he's a deluxe. He doesn't get released as often, as like a single, for example. But this basically popped up on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was selling it off, and they done me the price of 13 quid and £4 postage, so I basically paid £17. And apart from this mysterious gunk, which is really fucking annoying me, again, I'll go and fucking bathe and soak him in some warm water after I finish recording this video. I don't know what the fuck is that. But apart from that, there's some chips at the top here. He's in pretty remarkable condition. So yeah, it's basically a parcel opening, and we're actually going to review this guy, even though that gunk is really fucking annoying me. That's so disgusting. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I hope that's not shit. To us, I wanted to roll him on the floor so the blade would go, but I don't want to get this stuff on the carpet, whatever the hell it is, because this is not my carpet either. It's my partner's. So yeah. Anyway, just let me clear this away first. But what the fuck is that? Sorry for all the swearing. I didn't expect that. Oh Jesus Christ! They could have at least made me aware. Bubble wrap. I will keep that for. Is it? Do I really want to keep the bubble wrap after finding that? I'm not sure. This radioactive goo. Sorry, I'm taking the piss. It's just a bit like, what the fuck? So after I finish recording some videos here, I'm going to go and put that in the fucking sink with some warm water and possibly some fairy liquid, because bloody hell. Just try to find a place to put this. Sorry, that is pretty fucking nasty. Well, this video's off to a great start, isn't it? Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a place to put this. There we go. That's not going to bother me. Right, anyway. Frank, he is obviously a combine harvester. He was first. Oh my god, there's more in the blades. What the fuck is that? Sorry, this video is really not going well at all. It's just, oh my, what the hell? It's all underneath the blades. Fucking hell, I see why they sold this to me for 13 quid, but like, in the pictures it looked fine from here. It's because obviously I couldn't see the underneath. What the fuck? I'm going to be messaging this person saying, can you please clean your stuff before you send it off? That would be really grand. Because this person has a kid. Which I do know because I've actually bought quite a few things off this person already. So I'm guessing their kid was playing with this, but Christ, if I'm going to sell this stuff off, at least give it a good clean. That's really annoying. Like, what? Okay, it's dry. Oh, for fuck's sake, I think I know what this is. It's Play-Doh. That's just crumbling away on my hands. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do this review when you've got fucking bits of fuck knows what coming off. Oh my, see that? What the fuck is that? This video's not going well at all. Apologies, everyone. My absolute apologies. It's just, this is a bit concerning, that's all. Where can I put these? Because again, this is not my carpet, so... There we go. There's a wee area. Little reminder. Oh my god, it's everywhere. What the hell? I'm going to stop picking at that. Bloody hell. I am so sorry about this, guys. This is not going well at all. My absolute apologies. It's just absolutely fucking disgusting. God, if the person sees this review, then good. Because clean off your fucking stuff. Clean off your fucking stuff. Clean your fucking stuff before you send it off, please. Sorry, I've just noticed something on the carpet. Oh, is that where that was? Sorry, this video's just been what? Apologies, guys. No, I just found a screw in the carpet that I actually lost about a month ago. It was a spare one, so it was fine. But yeah, I've just found that. Well, I'll get that in a minute. Anyway, sorry, throat. Right. Anyway, yeah. So I paid £17 for this guy. Didn't mind a few chips at the top, but fucking hell, I hope all this comes off. I think it's Play-Doh. Anyway, Frank is obviously a combine harvester, and the scene he appears in the film, and I'm dropping him, and the scene he also appears in is the tractor tipping scene. And I never had a Frank diecast when I was a kid, and I think it was probably because of how rare he was back then, and he's still pretty rare today because he doesn't get released a lot because he has technically a deluxe. Well, he has a deluxe, and also with the deluxe line, they're being cancelled pretty much. Well, I'm guessing this guy's just even more desirable. But I loved Frank as a kid, and I loved the tractor tipping scene. It was actually my favourite scene of the whole... Don't know about the whole Cars franchise until Cars 2 came out, because I didn't really have the same attachment with Cars 3 growing up. But it was my favourite scene in Cars 1, regardless. And I eventually, realised there were much better scenes in the film, but I still love the tractor tipping scene, but I loved it mainly because of Frank. The only Frank I had as a kid was that plastic one which came in the tractor tipping, not raceway, but like the launcher thing that had like the two tractors and it would go, and it would tip. I'm trying to remember the hell it was called. I think it was just called tractor tipping. It was something like that, but I had a plastic Frank and a plastic McQueen. That was the only Frank I had. So it's really nice at last to finally have a proper one that is diecast, because I think he was first released in 2009, then he was released in 2015, and I know the last time he was done was like 2018, 2019. I'm not sure if there's a Thailand variant of this guy at all, but yeah, he doesn't get released a lot, which makes him very desirable. Anyway, let's go over the detail. So expression, well, it's Frank. He's pretty angry. He's pretty pissed off. He's basically like the equivalent of a bull, essentially. But you've got his sort of pissed off eyes, I guess you'd say, which are the flat ones from 2015. And there's actually some nice dirt and grain detailing on them, which is pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. I do like that. Some more around his mouth area as well. He's obviously got the nose ring. And there is a mouth down there, you just can't really see it. But yeah, he's basically a bull. You've got his lights, which I picked out in a lovely silver. They do feel a bit loose and delicate, so probably careful with them. But they're very nice. And it basically has arms, I guess you could say his arms, which obviously attached to this massive fucking blade because he has a combine harvester. And this does roll, which is really fucking cool. One thing I didn't like about the one I had as a kid was it was always hard to roll it because I always tried to like push him and like roll it. It's because it was plastic underneath, which is basically stopped that. This is much better because it's accurate as well. He has a combine harvester where basically this is like free underneath. So when you roll this along, this is going to roll, of which I'm not going to do right now because there's crap underneath it. But yeah, thankfully the pins, because it has metal pins on either side, they don't seem to be really rusted, so that's good. It would be nice if they could have made these red or put plastic caps on them, but hey, he's also got the sort of teeth blades at the end here. And again, there's some brown speckle detailing on either side, which is really nice. The blade is picked out in a sort of grey with a sandy green colour on top. I don't really know what to call that. But it's obviously just to signify, like, you know, he's been, you know, like, combining, like, grass and wheat and what have you, you know. But it's nicely detailed. As for the side, suppose we'll go for this side, because, I mean, they're pretty much the same, and they have more clearance compared to that. Oh, I did forget to mention, obviously, at the top, there's his little head. He's obviously got his little exhaust pipes, I guess you would call them. But they do look more like ears. Anyway. As for the side, it was pretty basic and standard, you know. It's just a sort of odd shape. But he is a combine harvester, obviously. We've got a grill air vent here, which is very nice, with black and sort of picked out grey. Again, more of that lovely speckle detailing, which I really do like a lot. It just brings out the detail. It looks fantastic. But this is all metal. Pretty much this piece, and that's plastic underneath. But yeah, and as for the top, well, again, more of that lovely speckle design. An odd box, you know, square shape, but it does look nice. With that black speckle detailing. The wheels are really nicely detailed as well. Again, they've got this sort of grey, like, sort of stone colour wash in them. The back wheels are a lot less detailed compared to these ones, actually. It doesn't really come across well on camera, but in real life that looks a lot more black than this should be. You can especially tell it there, actually. And they've got a nice, lovely silver inner wheel. And yeah, that's pretty much that. It's just nicely detailed and nicely picked out, basically. And as for the back, well, this is all plastic underneath. And this is not very well painted, I've just noticed. It's that big sort of splodge over it. Would that be his license plate, I guess? I have to say, I'm not too happy about the condition at all, guys, with this. I did pay 13 quid, but it looked fine in the pictures, but all this crap and that paint underneath, which is just probably an error. I know that can't be helped, but yeah, I do kind of wish I held off, but I want a couple of francs anyway at some point down the line. And well, with the Deluxe line being cancelled, he's not going to get released anytime soon, is he? But there's the base, and as I read the date stamp, it was 0985, which will be the 985th day. Sorry, that's not right. It'll be the 98th day of 2015. Yeah. And as for this side, it's basically the same as the other, but you've obviously got his. The fuck would this be called? Not exhaust pipe, but it's basically where all the stuff gets combined and then comes out. I don't know what the sprout. I guess you call it a sprout, snout, hose. Don't know, but you've got his grey hose. I'm going to call it that, which does turn, which is pretty fucking cool. I do like that. It never turned on that plastic when I was a kid, so you can, you know, bring it forward, put it more back, leave it in the center, which is how I'll be doing it because that looks a lot better to me. But yeah, that's basically Frank, everyone. I just brought some other die casts to sort of do a size comparison with, because I don't have anything to compare this with. I do have the plastic one, but it is back at my other place, my actual home. So here's Mater, who, you know, is responsible for nearly getting McQueen killed by this fucker. So, but they do look pretty cool together. I do like them. Yeah. It's really nice to have Frank at last. You know, it's a die cast I've always been wanting ever since I was a kid. You know, ever since I even found out they made a Frank diecast, I was like, oh, I want that, because, you know, I just was so used to that plastic version. But, you know, better size comparison. They do look pretty cool together. And here's a McQueen. We've never really had a McQueen released from this scene. I guess the Dirt Track McQueen would be the closest in that sense. But I just thought the expression was so perfect to have with this Frank. I actually bought this from the same seller that I got Frank from. But yeah, also Spin It McQueen, which, you know, I love the expression. I used to love doing this as well as a kid, like tucking the spoiler underneath. Again, I'm not going to do that because of the fucking crap. I'm sorry, that's limited me with this review, guys, but it was meant to be an opening slash unboxing slash review, but he does look amazing with Frank. And, of course, I had to get a tractor. And, again, of which, sorry, guys, I do not have a regular tractor with me. This is not even mine. This is my partner's. I've got 2 ghost tractors, 1 sealed. Well, actually, 2 sealed. So, this is my partner's. I've got another one which is sealed. I've got my one which I need to open. I just never got around to it. I do have a regular tractor. But it's not mint condition. Basically, the wheels, the plastic wheels here, have broken off of it. It's because I got it on a job lot with something else, and it was just basically thrown in there. So it's kind of tipping on its front forward. I had a tractor when I was a kid. I lost it, and I never got over that because it somehow just went missing when I was out playing in the grass, and it was a pretty small backyard I had, back garden where I was living, and I don't know how I lost it, but I just did, and I was so pissed off with that. I never got over it. It was the one diecast I lost for good when I was a kid, and never got replaced, which is a shame. Because I also had I lost 2 things at the same time. It was that tractor, and it was just a regular Cars 1 tractor from like back in 2006-7. But I had something else. It was a Thomas train. I can't remember which character it was. This is really annoying me. I can't remember the fucking name. He was a big orange engine. No, it's not Spencer. I can't remember his name, but it was one of the Ertl models, which goes for a shit ton of money now. The one I had, and I'm so annoyed that I lost that. I lost both of them in the same day in the back garden because I was playing with them. But hey, what can you do? It happens in childhood. Anyway, I had that. And I do have the 2022, I was going to say Thailand variant, but it was technically the first time we got a tractor from Thailand. I do have the 2022 tractor with tire in mouth. That's the closest thing I could do with this, but again, it's back in mine. So this is what I have for now for best reference. Ghost Tractor, which does show up very nicely on camera. Actually, I never realised how closer the green the green colour is to the ones on screen when you put it in the torch. Huh. So I always thought it was a bit off, the green colour, but looks pretty good with a flash. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Tractor. Which, you know, again, does look really amazing with Frank, even if it is a ghost one. Yeah. It's mad to think this was released as a fucking deluxe at some point. It's insane. Because you look at that and you're like, yeah, that's a deluxe. This isn't. And then you fucking get, you know, like a McQueen here, for example, and I'm trying my best not to put Frank down. You know, it's just like, how is that a deluxe? Compared to that, it's a single. It's just mad that happened at one point. Anyway, that is my review of Frank, everybody. Or everyone. Sorry, my brain is just going. I apologise. It's just that it's really fucking annoying. That is my review of Frank, everyone. Really glad to have this guy in the collection at last, even though he's came with some brown crap on him, which I'm going to go fucking wash off after I've recorded a few videos here. But yeah, that's my review of Frank, everyone. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.